Man, the days go fast, and I run out of time so quick. I almost missed doing this video, but I can't miss it. I have a goal, and that goal will be achieved. So let's talk about this dude right here, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, man. Okay, first of all, today is the day after the Super Bowl, and he just killed it as the halftime show. Absolutely phenomenal, start to finish. So much creativity in that halftime show. If you haven't gotten a chance yet, you got to go back. You got to watch a video. You got to read a post on the internet to see all the the thought process, the symbolism, the story behind his performance yesterday. It was outstanding. I was especially excited about two songs on there. One is Luther, which is reason enough for me to buy his new album. I don't have his new album yet, but that song Luther is so good with SZA. And then the other one is he did the song All the Stars, which I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. So I'm going to pause for a second. So recently I added some Kendrick to my collection. And I'm going to be honest, as a teacher, so I was a high school teacher for 6 years. And I was teaching when the album Damn came out. You don't hear about a hip-hop album winning the Pulitzer Prize very often. So for Kendrick Lamar to win the Pulitzer Prize for his work on Damn, it really says something. It's really quite remarkable. And I almost picked up that album. I was at the store. There were multiple Kendrick albums there. And the one I ended up going with was this one, which is To Pimp a Butterfly. And the reason that I picked up this one is because of one specific song on this album. I'll say this. I read reviews, which I know maybe is lame, but I read reviews over which album is more important, this or Damn. And even though Damn won the Pulitzer Prize, this one was most frequently picked as the more popular album, the album that was more loved. So I picked this one up, and I'll say here's the other reason I picked this one up, which is this album has the song All Right on it. If you're not familiar with the song All Right, it's the one that says, we're going to be all right, and it actually starts off with All My Life I Had to Fight. Now that song became an anthem of the Black Lives Matter movement during the Ferguson protests, which ended up turning into, a lot of violence on the streets of people coming against the protesters. And I found that deeply moving. The way that song impacted all the people who were standing together to try and say, hey, we're tired of seeing black people killed. So I highly love that. I love that song. The album overall, very, very good. He's such a creative rapper. That was not the first album I had by him, though. This other one was. And this is one that a lot of people probably wouldn't think of him as. But he was one of the people behind the album, right? So that is the soundtrack for Black Panther. So he's all over this album. The Black Panther song. Oh, I got some ring wear on the back of this. The song All the Stars with SZA. That was the one that was in the show yesterday, in the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, this is one of my few albums that I don't have any sleeves on at all, and I really need to fix that. But it's just black vinyl, so not even really worth pulling out the vinyl for you to see. Same with the other one. I'm so sad I've got ring wear on here. This is why you should get sleeves as soon as possible. But yeah, so All the Stars, X with Schoolboy Q, 2 Chainz and Saudi, The Ways with Khalid and Sway Lee, Ops with Vince Staples and Eugen Blackrock, I Am by Georgia Smith, Paramedic by Saab and RBE, Bloody Waters by Absol, Anderson .Paak and James Blaze, King's Dead by J-Rock, Kendrick Lamar, Future and James Blake, The Redemption Interlude, Redemption by Zachary, Babes Wadumi, Seasons by Mozzie, Shava Reason. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing some of these. Big Shot by Kendrick and Travis Scott, and Pray For Me by The Weeknd and Kendrick. This album is awesome. The song that I loved the most on this, though, was All the Stars. Such a good song. So, highly recommend this, of course. This one changed the game for a lot of people. You got to get some Kendrick in your collection. You got to.